Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anne-Sophie and today I'm going to be talking about all of the whips that I'm bringing with me into 2024 and have not touched yet so far. It's February. So I have all of my whips gathered in this pretty project bag. Well, I say all of my whips. Usually I gather all of my whips in this project bag, but I have accumulated so many that this is currently holding only my unfinished objects and hibernating whips, essentially. So this is my attempt to, peer pressure myself into doing something about it. So about this project bag, I bought this off Etsy. I bought it off this nice lady in Germany who sews these herself. And it's just a classic project bag, really. I mean, it's filled to the brim right now, so you can't fully see in it or see inside it, but it's got these little pockets on the inside where you can put your needles, and then a little zipper compartment where I have a lot of scrap yarn, I think. Do I have a lot of scrap yarn. And yeah, it's pretty handy, it's really cool, and right now it is catching dust in my living room. Yeah. So, to be very candid with you, I am not entirely sure of what's in here. There might be like even things that I haven't yet included on my Ravelry. Linda, what are you doing? Enjoy that show in the background. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what's gonna be in here, and I don't know, I'm gonna use this time to figure out what I want to do with these things, and I thought I'd take you along in the process. Oh, first thing is a good one. So I have this ball of scheepjes Super Noorse Extra, which is a Dutch brand, I believe, and it's sock yarn with Norwegian virgin wool, and 60% of that, and 40% polyamide by Scheepjes. It's in the colorway 1722, and I have this skein here because I am using 3 skeins of this to knit my grandfather another pair of Sunday socks. This is how far we've come. I have 1 sock. Really need to finish this. I want to give them to him as soon as possible. Like, winter's almost over. I don't know why this keeps lying around. Well, I do. I had so many socks that I needed to finish for people who I haven't knit socks for yet. My grandpa, so I think he has 4 pairs now or something. So this would be his 5th pair. And yeah, there's no harsh deadline. And I've been knitting so many socks on a deadline that I just got sick of sock knitting, truly. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna try and finish this as soon as possible, though. I'm gonna promise to myself that as soon as I cast off my accessory that I'm working on at the moment, so I think my Oslo hat, I'm gonna finish these. I'm gonna take it with me to Antwerp for work. I think it's about an hour commute, so if I commute a few days, I'll have these finished. Good start. Well, this should be fixed fairly easily. Yay. Okay, next thing. I think this is, I completely forgot about these. This is where my aversion for sock knitting originated, I believe. This is a whip, but this is all the yarn I have left, and it's completely tangled and full of cat hair and my own hair, apparently. And with these, I was trying to knit a pair of Sunday socks for my partner's father for Christmas. Now, my father-in-law is vegan, and he didn't want wool socks. And vegan sock yarn is quite expensive, and I couldn't find any that was within our budget for the Christmas gift. So I was trying out cotton Sunday socks. As you may see, these are tiny, these are short, there's so many things wrong with this. The cotton yarn feels horrendous. I don't know. It's just, for me personally, full-on cotton yarn is a sensory nightmare. I held it double, which I don't think I should have, but it looks quite okay. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Cotton socks were just the dumbest idea ever, and I'm fully procrastinating deciding on what to do with these, because I mean, I only have like this much of the second sock left to do, but I can't do it because I don't have the yarn for it. And I'm quite sure they'll be too snug, and then once they grow out, they'll be too big because cotton stretches and it doesn't jump back. And I think I might actually just toss this or frog it and make something else with it because it's a really nice color. I don't even remember what yarn I used. I'd have to look it up. I think it's just a DK 100% organic cotton. I'll add the information up here. Huge blob. Oh well. Next thing I have in here is, this is a goodie. My Sporty Knit Skort. It's a pattern by, woo, gorgeous. You can see it's not even on needles because I'm using the 3.5mm needles for something else. This is what I have so far for my Sporty Knit Skort by Handmade by Florence here on YouTube. I'm knitting it up in drops soft tweed in the color pepparkorn. So how this is constructed is actually quite interesting. So you start by knitting a stockinette band, and then you do a purl ridge, and you knit this together while adding in an elastic, and it looks quite neat. It looks beautiful. That's gonna fit me perfectly, I hope. Well, it's gonna fit me from May 2023 perfectly because I made this to measure then. So if I lost weight or gained weight, I'm not sure if this is gonna fit me perfectly anymore. But those are worries for another day. No, I don't think so actually. I think this might be subconsciously not making me want to work on this because I casted it on such a long time ago that, yeah, I don't know, what if it doesn't fit me once I finish it? You know? I guess I'll have to finish it to know and to see. So I think I'm at my third round of increases right now. So she has you do this ribbing and then only add or increase by purl stitches, which makes it look sporty, I guess, and like it's a pleated skirt almost. It's a bit preppy. And then once you finish, you pick up stitches and knit shorts on the inside, and it's like a perfect piece of loungewear. I don't know if I want to wear it as loungewear because, yeah, as loungewear, I feel like it's too cute. So the whole reason I wanted to knit the skort is because I love wearing skirts. I hate it when my tights start falling off during the day if I'm wearing a skirt. And having shorts in here would help me not really have that. I think the reason that I stopped knitting on this is because I started knitting an Oslo hat and I needed these needles for that. So I took them off and I never put them back on again, I fear. I may have actually taken them off way sooner. I think when I needed the needles for ribbing of a sweater. Yeah. So pretty though. It's such a nice pattern. I feel like I really want this finished object and this product, but I'm not enjoying the knitting process. So I should just push through and finish this so I can still wear it before it's getting too hot, right? So far on the list of things I really need to finish ASAP or want to finish ASAP are the Sunday socks for my grandfather and this Sporty Knit Skort. You know what, maybe if I don't feel like knitting the shorts, I'll just knit the skirt and leave the shorts for what they are, and then I'll have this finished way sooner. It's idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. And I can knit like a little top to go with it. Moving on. Oh, we have another pair of socks that I stopped working on because of the big sock aversion of December 2023. So these are the Ruffle Socks by petiteknit. It's a very basic sock pattern knit up on 2.5mm needles with a German short row heel. I'm using Drops Nord, which is a sock yarn that includes alpaca. And I've used it before, and I know that it grows a lot and it felts a lot. So just to be sure, I'm knitting this a size or two smaller than a size smaller. So I have a 37 EU foot size, and I'm knitting a 36. But yeah, even still, if it grows and stuff, it's gonna not wear very well, and these are so cute, so I might be hesitant to finish it, not only because of the sock aversion I'm experiencing, but also because of the yarn, which is a pity. But maybe, I haven't come that far, right? Okay, I've almost finished an entire sock. What am I saying? But maybe I should frog it and use the yarn for something else, like a hat. And then I can knit the ruffle socks with sturdier yarn, I think, and on 2.25mm needles, which would be better, I think, and guarantee a bit more longevity. I think that would help me ensure that the socks would be more durable as well. Yeah, I'm using my Addy lace needles for these two, which is not as exciting as my favorite Gu sock needles I use. It's the 80cm ones, 2.25mm Gu needles that I use in Magic Loop for socks. I think I'm gonna frog this. I think it's been decided. I'll knit a cute little hat or headband. It's gonna look nice with my hair, right? I dyed my hair back to like a brownish blonde type color. So I think this should be, oh yeah, look at that. That's adorable. Yeah, okay. Decided. This is going on my frog pile. Yay, okay, we're making progress. I'm feeling productive. This is great. Awesome. Next thing I have in my project bag is probably what's going to be my favorite project of 2024 if I manage to finish it. And that is my AGNETE cardigan. I think the point where I'm at is I finished the shoulder increases and I just started knitting the armhole on the back panel. But it's a really fun knit and it's very exciting. It's just so annoying that it's done on a 3mm needle. And well, fixing mistakes, it looks like there's a mistake here too. Yeah, fixing mistakes sucks and it's tedious, but it's gonna be so stunning, and this is also why I'm wearing this top right here. So this is my camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear that I knit last summer, and it is knit in Knitting for Olive merino in the color Dusty Moose. And I love this color so much. I don't know, just the way this looks with my eye color and my skin tone and my other features, I don't know. I think it's cute. And when I decided to knit the Agnete, I just bought the mohair and the merino in exactly that colorway. Because I think wearing a cardigan over this, or having a cardigan that matches this camisole, is just going to be amazing. Okay, this is not how it's going to be looking at all, but look at how cute this is. So I'm actually excited to finish this. It's just hard because it's on 3mm needles. And I feel like just from my tone, you can already figure out how excited I am about this project. And it might seem completely nonsensical that I've not made progress on this, but I think I started knitting this in the fall. And then I started knitting a lot of textured sweaters and gift knits. So I knit a Moby sweater for my grandfather in an extra large men's size. So that was a huge amount of work. And right after that, I knit a zipper sweater for my colleague. And now I'm knitting a storm sweater man, all petite knit patterns, for my cousin. So I just feel like all of these textured knits that I've got going on that have higher priority than this one makes it really hard for me to work on this guy, because if I'm working on something that's not a textured knit, like if I want to watch a movie or focus on something or just don't have the mental capacity to be looking at charts, I won't be picking up this. I'll be knitting on my Berlin scarf or my Oslo hat, which is just a plain stockinette in the round. I'm actually quite sure that I'll be picking this back up the second I finish the storm sweater, because I'm so excited for it. I feel like I started this just automatically without really thinking about it. It just happened. I started this policy of having one textured knit at a time, one stockinette knit alongside that, and then an accessory to knit with it. So that I always have something that tickles my fancy or whatever, like a highly portable project, a big project that's gonna be more quickly finished if it's full on stockinette, or like a basic stockinette raglan. And it's just like a mindless knit for when you need it, and then a good textured knit for when I need the fun stuff, or like I want to try color work too this year, and that would fall in that category. But this one's been lying around because my needs are met currently. I have a storm sweater, I have a Berlin scarf, and I have an Oslo hat, so it's filled. So I guess my goal for this year is just gonna be to, I'm not gonna limit myself and say that I'm not allowed to cast on new things, but I'm gonna try and replace finished objects, or like if I have a hole in my formula, whatever, just fill it in with one of these projects that I have lying around here. So once I finish the Berlin scarf, I think I could start working on this guy again. And then once I finish my Oslo hat, I'll continue my grandpa's socks. And once I finish my cousin's storm sweater, I'll be continuing to work on this. Yeah, it's actually quite feasible. This seemed like it was going to be so, I don't know, it was quite daunting to open up this project bag and figure out what I was going to do with all my many whips that have been hibernating, but it's fine. Oh, this is nice. This is exciting. Okay, good. Great. We have a plan. Oh, well, there's two things left. One of them is what I have. It's not even on needles anymore. For my Ingrid sweater so far. I cast this on, I think, before the summer last year. I didn't put it anywhere on Ravelry, I think, when I casted this on, so it's a bit of a guess. But yeah, I essentially just finished the yoke and then stopped working on it. I think because I'm not too excited about the color of yarn that I chose, and honestly, not too excited about the pattern as well. I think it's a process knit for me. It's so fun, it's so cool and exciting and stimulating to knit, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear this a lot. Like, I don't know if you can tell. I used filcolana pernilla in marzipan with filcolana tilia in latte. So yeah, the latte is giving the marzipan a bit of a more beigey, warm toned hue. So I don't know if you can see, but it's like, yeah, the latte makes the marzipan look a bit warm, and in this light, I feel like it's fine. Like with my hair and my, I think this should look quite cute on me. So I don't know why I'm not too excited about this. Maybe in certain light it looks a lot warmer than it's looking in natural light right now. I'm actually not too mad about this, and the fabric is Amazing. It's so soft. It's like quite airy and fluffy, but not too, it's the opposite of opaque, see-through. Yeah, I think this should be a really nice spring sweater. I'm gonna finish this. You know what? The second I finish my AGNETE, this is going back on the needles. 2024, mark my words, is gonna be the year where I fix my languishing whip problem and my cast-on obsession. Is it? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna finish this after I finish this and have room for another textured knit. Because I don't have many textured knits planned for spring. Haha! Look how that worked out. Amazing. Beautiful. I'm feeling so excited about my whips again. So, I actually have a summer knit that I started this summer but didn't continue knitting on the second autumn hit because, well, it's a summer yarn and I'm gonna try and finish it this summer or this spring. I'm using Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the colorway Dusty Artichoke to knit up. I'm gonna have to insert a picture because you're gonna have no idea what this is supposed to be if you see this blob or flob of fabric. But I'm knitting up the Melides dress by vertknit. She's a Portuguese designer, and this is truly one of the most exciting patterns I have ever seen in my life. I'm trying to show you what it's going to look like. Wait, so you have straps. I knit the top fully, and it's going to be a reversible dress. So here at the front, you have a V-neck that you're going to close with little buttons. You have these little darts. And then on the other side, you also have the darts. If you can see them, they're quite pretty. And just a round neck. So it's a reversible dress. It's gonna be stunning. This is where the waist hits. So I've started the hips, and yeah, I guess all that's left to do for me is finish the skirt up until a length I like. I wanted to have like a midi dress, but I might actually stop knitting at a mini length because I get tired of it. But you know, I'll just see how long I want it to be once I get there. The nice thing about this pattern is, well, it's a 40-page pattern. So it is also quite expensive, but you get what you pay for. So the pattern is so extensive because it comes with a system and a calculator, even like a whole spreadsheet, which helps you figure out how to knit this to your exact body measurements. So with this guy, again, I'm scared I'm gonna have the problem of like my body not fitting with this like perfectly anymore. I guess the least of my worries is the top, even though there might have been some changes going on around my bust area. I think if I update the information in the Excel or check whether it's still the same for my hips, I think that's the most risky part of the dress, or that might be the biggest problem if it's ill-fitting with the final object. So I don't know. All I'm trying to say is I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem because I can still adjust the hips or like frog back this little piece and make sure the hips fit me perfectly. I'm actually so excited for this guy. I'm going to try and start knitting on it again this spring so I can get a lot of wear out of it in the summer. It's going to be a lot of work. I still need to knit the entire skirt and then add the I-cord details around the armholes and the neck holes and the button band. Yeah, it's exciting. It's gonna be like my biggest project ever, and I'm gonna be so proud of this and so excited to wear it. And that's that for my languishing whip tour. I hope this was interesting to you guys. I love seeing these videos myself, so yeah, I don't know. It was for sure very fruitful for me. I thought this was going to be way worse. I have 2 things I'm going to frog, and I have a plan for everything I'm going to finish. And you know what? If I don't finish these things or all of them this year and don't get them all off my needles, that's fine, you know? My cat has the zoomies, so I think it's gonna be time to, yeah, come here, to round off this video. I hope to see you in my next video, and I hope you have a really nice rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.